Mark stood on the 45th floor of a glass tower in Manhattan, watching the city below dissolve into a blur of rain and neon lights. He was 35, a partner at a top-tier consulting firm, and possessed a bank account that most people only dreamed of. His suit was Italian, his watch was Swiss, and his soul was absent. People called him a shark, a symbol of ambition, but lately Mark felt less like a predator and more like a ghost haunting his own life. The relentless notifications on his phone were like a metronome, ticking away the seconds of a life that didn't feel like his own. He had climbed the ladder of success only to realize it was leaning against the wrong wall. The pressure wasn't just on his shoulders, it was inside his chest, expanding like a balloon ready to burst. It happened on a Tuesday. Mark was in the Grand Central Station, caught in the suffocating current of commuters. The air smelled of stale coffee and anxiety. As the subway doors hissed open, a swarm of people pushed forward, eyes glued to their screens, marching to a silent, frantic drumbeat. Mark lifted his foot to step inside, but his body refused to move. He looked at the gap between the platform and the train, a dark, empty void. Suddenly, the question hit him with the force of a physical blow. If I get on this train, will I ever get off? The doors closed. The train sped away, leaving Mark standing alone on the platform. He turned around, walked out of the station, rented a car, and drove west. He didn't stop until the skyscrapers of New York were replaced by the vast, silent dominance of the Montana mountains. Montana was a shock to his system. Here, time didn't tick, it flowed. Mark spent days hiking, trying to outrun his thoughts, but the silence was deafening. It was at a small cabin near a river where he met Elias, a retired carpenter with weathered hands and eyes that held the calmness of a deep lake. One evening, seeing Mark check his watch for the 10th time, Elias chuckled. "You're trying to push the river, son," Elias said, pointing to the water flowing past them. "In New York, you learn to swim upstream, fighting every current. But look at nature. The tree doesn't strain to grow. The sun doesn't rush to set. They just are." "But if I stop, I lose," Mark argued, his voice trembling. "I lose my value." Elias shook his head. "Your value isn't in what you produce, Mark. It's in who you are when the noise stops. You've been living by a clock built by other people. It's time to find your own rhythm." Those words broke the dam inside Mark. He stayed in Montana for 2 weeks, not doing, just being. He learned that silence wasn't empty, it was full of answers. Mark eventually returned to New York, but he was no longer the same man. He didn't quit his job, but he quit the rat race inside his head. He stopped measuring his worth by his billable hours. He started mentoring younger employees, not on how to climb fast, but how to climb with purpose. He carried the Montana mountains within him, a fortress of calm amidst the city chaos. The world out there is too loud. Let this little corner be where you finally slow down. Leave your mark, like, comment, to stamp the day you started living for yourself. Turn on notifications. Don't let the noise of society drown out the call of your soul.